Today I'm going to be showing you a really quick way to make a stair-step card. And these are a couple that I've made in the past. And as you can see, they stand up and you can create all kinds of elements to add to your stamped image. Okay, and then this is one of my favorites that I've done, and created a whole circus background with it. Let's see, let's actually get trying to stay overhead so you can see this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, and let me show you what you need. You're going to need some cardstock, of course, and actually for the size card that I just showed you, one piece of an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock will be sufficient, and you can actually get 2 cards out of that. So that's what we have here. I would use some kind of a scoring tool, scoring mat, scoring board. I'm using my little score buddy because it is nice and compact. And then you could use an X-Acto knife and a ruler. In that case, if you do, you'll want to have a pencil handy as well. Or you can use a paper cutter of some sorts. Or for someone who does not want to do that and you do have a Silhouette Cameo, I have made a file up and it will be available in the file area. So let's go ahead and get started on the measurements and how you're going to start making this card. I'm going to move this just over a little bit to the side and bring my piece of cardstock in. It is 8.5 inches this way, and of course it's 5.5 inches this way. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to try and kind of mix it up so you can see what I'm doing with this. I'm going to take, and I'm just going to put a little tick mark just so you'll be able to see it, I hope, at the 1 inch mark. Just going to put it right there. Okay, I'm not even sure if you can see that. Okay, because it can be erased. And what we're going to be doing is going in 2.5 inches. So what you can do is where that 1 inch mark is, find your 2.5 inch mark. Okay. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my trusty paper cutter here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in up here. Let's go ahead and flip it over the back and I'm coming in 2.5 inches, as you can see. I think you can see this. Let's see. Bring it down enough that you can see it. There we go. Okay, 2.5 inches. And I want to bring my little blade up here, which I just knocked out. Okay, I'm going to bring my little blade up, and I want to line it up where that 1 inch mark is. I'm not pressing down yet, but I've got it lined up to the 1 inch mark. And I'm going to be bringing this blade and making a cut down to 6.5 inches. So let me go ahead and do that. I'll try not to cover it up too much. There we go. I'm at my 6.5 mark. That's the only cut you're going to need to make. I think a lot of people think you might end up having to make more cuts than that, but you really don't. So as you can see, we have a cut. So now, the first thing I'm going to do, I've got my little trusty score buddy here, and I'm taking the 1 inch side. This way. There's where I've come in an inch, and I'm going to go ahead because I don't need a lot of room on the side where my little elements are going to go. Because I'm using this part to keep my verse on and then have my image here. So I'm going to use this side as the smaller side, so I don't need quite as much room. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to score at the 1 inch mark, and I'm only going to score to where we started that cut line. You don't want to go all the way across. Okay, and then my next move is going to be at 2 inches. And then the next one is going to be 3.25 inches. Again, you're only going to go to that where that cut line is. 1/4 inches. And then the next one is going to be at 4.5. And then the next one is going to be, let me get it there. Where is my 6.5 mark? I always like to bring this in just to make sure where my half mark is. It is this one here. It's the one next to the dot. My paint is starting to rub off a little bit too. And that should take you right about where you ended your cut mark. Sometimes you might go over a little bit. It's not going to hurt too much. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is locate your 4 1/4 inch mark. So I'm going to show you here, 4 1/4. So it would be right where that little star is. And what I like to do is put this down just so I can make sure I'm lined up in the right spot, because I need to jump down to the other side of where that cut mark is. Here's my cut mark right here. So I'm going to score, and this will take care of scoring your card in half. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to score it right there. And that's it. So now we're ready to fold the card up. I usually like to go ahead and fold the part that's going to be the half mark of your card. And then what you're going to want to do, this, excuse me, it's going to be a mountain fold, so meaning it's going up, and a valley fold going down, mountain fold again up, valley fold down again, and one more mountain fold. And then what you can do is just go back over and give everything a really, really good crease. Now, if you have made your pencil marks, like I did on this one, just to give you a rough idea where we were going, go ahead and erase them. And now it's up to you as far as how you want to decorate your step card. Okay, this is just the same one as me. This one's been spread it out a little bit here. So let me again show you real quickly the samples that I have made in the past. These are both done with Maisie Art images, and I love her images. So this just made it really, really fun to make. One at the circus. And then this one again is also Maisie Art. And this was the Easter card. And both of my verses, I have done them just by printing them out on the computer. And just made them fit. So I hope this has helped, and don't forget to look, if you have a Cameo, to look for the file. Unfortunately, it is only for this Lillette Cameo because that's what it was written in, and I don't have any way of converting that. So that's it. I would love to see what you come up with.